Warrick County hasn't gone through exactly the same process as Henderson and Vanderburgh counties, but they still have a plan.
So the current facilities in Warrick County include the Warrick Wellness Trail, which you see behind us, and also the Newburgh Rivertown Trail. Both I would consider closed-loop systems. So, ironically enough, you actually have to travel to each unless you reside within walking or biking distance to both of those facilities. And that's part of something that we're trying to accomplish, is the fact that we can have some connected trail systems, which is pretty exciting, I think, for Warrick County in general.
Warrick Wellness Pathways Incorporated started this year. It was actually a vision from Howard Nevins, our president of the board, and basically just wanting to create a healthier and active community in Warrick County. Our goal is to raise funds to be able to design and construct pathways and shared roadways so our community can be more active in whether it's biking or walking or running, but just a plus for the community.
The initial plan right now is for 15 miles, give or take a little bit, of trail systems through the county. A lot of it is built around connecting schools to parks, to recreational facilities that exist currently, and a lot of that has to do with safety, for the kids and for the families that are using those systems. So some of it will be mostly revolving around southern Warrick County, and then connecting to the actual Rivertown Trail. We have a pretty aggressive timeline for 2 to 3 years of construction of the 15 miles, which I think is very progressive for Warrick County in general. It would be the first of its kind in this area to do that.
Our society is becoming more focused on fitness and health, and the Warrick County Wellness Group is working on connecting other points in Warrick County with our trail, which will eventually connect with Vanderburgh County's trail system, and that way you can travel as long and as far as you want walking and biking.
In order for us to move forward, we have many things that are occurring and many more that have to occur, but we're working with the Warrick County Redevelopment Commission. We're working with the Warrick County Engineers, the Indiana Department of Transportation. All of these entities were working together to get approval for shared roadways or to develop separate pathways and raise funds for those. So funding is going to be one of the biggest issues, so we need everyone's help on that. We have a wonderful website design. It's warrickwellnesspathways.org, and it constantly is changing because the pathway and the different ideas are evolving.
It's going to be a community effort by definition. I think from a public standpoint, Patty mentioned that there's going to be a lot of different participation involved. Anytime you have county roads and state roads, obviously you involve county engineers, county commissioners. The Economic Development Advisory Council is involved from a funding standpoint, and then you have NDOT, who has their say on any state roads as well.
This fall we are going to mill and repave Water Street and improve some of the signage and wayfinding instructions for those folks that come to Newburgh and enjoy our trail. We've taken what we've learned over the past 6-8 years, and we are going to make some improvements for safety. We're going to put some additional signage and markings on the trail, on the pavement, and then also make some islands in the middle to improve safety and keep the pedestrians and the vehicular traffic separate. 7 years after it was awarded, we are finally getting some construction for the Safe Routes to School. That's a federal transportation grant. The town was awarded $250,000. We are replacing portions of Jennings Street and State Street sidewalks with that grant money. And then in addition to that, the town is also doing some sidewalk work and paving out of town edit money, and that will just improve our walkability of Newburgh.
Since last year, Boonville has painted the paths for their cross-city bike routes and are now just waiting for signage.
The whole plan is to involve and connect Boonville and possibly even the Linville. We think that this is a quality of life issue for the community in general. Anytime that we can improve quality of life, we think that's important and progressive for the community in general. From a personal health standpoint, this is going to promote physical activity, which is obviously important for the next generation as well as the current generation. Local schools, safety and soundness for our kids, you know, from a travel standpoint, and also getting to recreation facilities and back to the schools. 4,300 students in the Castle Complex currently, and thousands of those are involved in recreational activities. From an economic standpoint, Warrick County believes that with this development, it will not only promote future development, but sustainability and retaining current residents and employees in Warrick County in general.
We believe the trails will be very helpful for local businesses as well, because when you're traveling at a slower pace, whether it's walking or biking or running, I think you interact more with your surroundings. You may want to stop, shop, just explore the area. So that will be helpful for our community as well.
And then lastly, for environmental factors, obviously when we have people out walking and biking, it does reduce traffic and pollution, which we think is obviously important as Warrick County continues to try to be progressive in their stance on promoting these pathways.